Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV207. It's the Tier 8 British SPG. This one's located on the east spawn of Airfield under the command of Brutus Click. Game on. Now this Arty comes with three different types of gun. Well, the three different howitzers it could have had. The 105mm, a 140mm and the 152. The one we've got here in this game is the 6-inch gun, which is a 152.4mm caliber, 650 alpha and penetration of 38mm and a burst radius of 7.6. So it's kind of like a tier 7 gun, because of course you get a similar caliber on the M12 and of course the Crusader 5.5 inch rather. And so yes, this is a, you might say, a tier 7 howitzer on a tier 8 Arty. Anyway, it's got decent damage on the enemy, and oh, look at this huge number of them all turned up at the same time in the same spot, but we've got no shot from this angle. Unfortunately, we need them to come a little further forward. Well, that's a better shot. That was directly on the E50 for 297. Non-penetrating shot, but it hit the engine deck, so quite good. It's always annoying when they disappear immediately after you get a fantastic sighting like that, and all of a sudden they disappear out of sight, which makes it very difficult for you to find out where they've gone. I can see where one of them's gone because they knocked a tree over just then. Yep, he saw the Leopard prototype and the AMX M451. The Leopard gets the hit for 238, but the AMX M451 felt that one as well. He took some stun. He's having a quick look there to see could he get shots from a different angle. The Leopard prototype and the AMX M451 make the better target at the moment, simply because they're actually working together. If you've got two tanks together, you've got a chance of actually getting both of them at the same time, or at least possibly getting a bombardier. Now this Arty was based on the A45 Conqueror tank, and it's Conqueror in reverse, of course, because why not? Put the engine up front, gives your crew extra protection. It's not the fastest of Artys, unfortunately. It's fairly slow. 29 kilometers an hour top speed forward, 10 in reverse. So yes, like the GW Tiger P, it's kind of a snail when it comes to driving around the battlefield. So if you can get any field modification that will increase its speed, do so. Okay, the enemy seems to be coming around that corner. The Leopard prototype came around the corner, lost some hit points, and now the AMX M451's taken some damage whilst the Leopard prototype was taken out. In fact, he got the stun assist off the Leopard. I'm not sure if that was a previous shot, actually. It may have been a previous shot. Okay, down to the south we've got, oh, to the north rather, the north of the airfield, we've got an SU-130 PM, just north of the airstrip. Round south, looks good. Well, if it didn't damage him, I'd be very surprised if that didn't damage that SU-130 PM, but we lost sight of him temporarily. Meanwhile, our EBR-75 FL10's gone round to the enemy cap area, and he's just doing a quick circuit of the map, being chased by a Shrek and a Doom Turtle. Meanwhile, we're putting a round into the AMX M451, and the enemy just lost their Shrek, taken out by our SMV CC67. So our EBR is doing quite a good job, because he's actually locating where some of the enemy are. Okay, we're loaded again, going for the T32 this time. Looks good. Yes, it is. Another 243s, racking up the damage bit by bit. I know it's like being pecked to death slowly, but that's what we do. Okay, we're almost ready to go, and two together this time. Well, we got 2 critical hits, but we definitely got some stun assist off the 122 TM when he was taken out. And I think that T32, yes, he's giving us some stun assist as well. So we're not doing too badly here now. Oh, now we've got 2. They've been breeding. Yes. Rounds out. Nice big hit on the SU-130PM. I think that was a non-penetrating shot with a high roll. It could have been a low roll, non-penetrating shot, actually, for that matter, because the SU-130PM doesn't have much in the way of armor. The enemy lost their Kunstpanzer as well, about to lose their T-55A. He looked away after he fired, but he didn't hit the target. There you go. You see, you need to look and see. I think he was saying, well, I'm bound to get that one, but he didn't. The shell went astray. And in fact, now we've lost one of our teammates. Their E50 just took out our E50. So that T-55A is still just around the corner. He's now trying to get that SU-130PM. Oh, and we've got a platoon request coming in from the SMV CC67. There's the SU-130PM. He's holding the aim there. Changes his mind though. I wonder. No, I think he wanted that T-55A. And before he can fire, the T-55A goes down. Brutus Click's gone back to where he last saw the SU-130PM. Fires the round in blind. And yes, he got him. A blind kill. He was still in the vicinity when the shell came in. But that sounds like an enemy Arty shell. Yes. He was quite right to move. To change position, because it looks like the enemy Arty's worked out where we are. He's the Lorraine 15551. So it might be a good idea to change position altogether, although there are some enemy to the west of us. Okay, Doom Turtle. Now, the Lorraine might work out where we've adjusted to, but I'm not sure if he's willing to fire the shot in. We'll see if he fires after this one. Hit the wreck. Now, do we hear the rumble of enemy Arty? Yes, we do. So he has invested time to dial in on this spot, and he saw the tracer, fired in, but he didn't get exactly what he wanted. So Brutus Click might get another shot at that Doom Turtle, but he might have to change position immediately afterwards. Rounds out. Nope, didn't get anything from that. So he's changing position quite wisely. Because the enemy Arty is focusing on us, but that gives our EBR-75FL10 the chance to go behind enemy lines and find out where the Lorraine is. I think he is down towards the south. Rounds out in the T-95. Direct hit. Good shot. Nice bit of stun assist as well. The EBR's coming up behind the Doom Turtle. I'm not so sure that was a smart move, actually. He would have been better off actually going hunting for the enemy Arty. We've just lost our T-44. Going for the E-75. Rounds out. And another hit. He's racking up the hits on this one. You can see why there's 2 marks on the barrel, but he's about to knock that bush over. And that tells the enemy Arty where you are. So he might have to go sideways just for a moment to try and fool him. But the enemy Arty is actually focusing on our Strip 103, and unfortunately, oh, we got the kill on the AMX M451, but the enemy got our Strip 1030. So now we've only got a 2-tank advantage at the moment. The good news, though, is the enemy, our T-55A, is actually going after the enemy cap area, so he might spot the Lorraine for us. But we're now looking for that E-75. There's one of the enemy. Oh, it's the E-75. Okay, so he's pulling back to try and go after our other guys because he's worried that he's about to lose this Arty. And the other one's a T-34-3. Direct hit, another one. He is doing well. Lots of direct hits in this game. If he can just keep harassing that E75, he'll make him an easy kill for our T55A. Didn't knock down that tent. Oh, he has now. Oh, and now we're being hit by the T-34-3. Oh, fantastic shot. We did get spotted. The Lorraine just got nuked. Literally just vaporized in an Amarak. And that means now the E-75 is the last enemy alive. Brutus Click has lost virtually all of his hit points with that one shot from a T-34-3. It was a 122mm round, but he might get the last shot. Rounds out. Here we go. Oh, robbed. He was robbed. He should have got that kill. He was robbed, Your Honor. He was robbed. Yes, he should have got that last kill in the game. It was his for the taking. And RNG said, nope, not giving it to you. And that's really criminal because it should have gone and taken out that E75. Would have been nice, especially after he lost so many hit points to the T-34-3. But at least he got the kill on the T-34-3 and he kept his cool to do that as well. That was an ace tanker game for Brutus Click in the FV207. A particularly good one because he was getting a lot of direct hits on the enemy. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 13 in that one, sometimes hitting the same tank twice. That SU-130PM, he took 2 critical hits in that game. Well, he got hit more than once. In fact, he did get penetrated. You can see that there, the mark. It is showing. So one of those shells did actually go through his armor. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he is. Well, we can see that the highest score in the game was that E75, the last enemy tank alive. 3,499 hit points to him. Didn't get the high caliber though, because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. The second highest damage in the game went to Brutus Click. Yep, with 2,966. He was the highest scoring on damage on his team, but he was beaten by the E75, unfortunately. Would have been nice, yes, if he'd had that last kill, that would have been justice. 2,815 hit points went to the T-55A on his own team. That was the third highest damage in the game. When it came to kills, the highest scorers were the E50 on his own team and the AMX M451 on the enemy team. Both had 4 kills. 3 kills went to Brutus Click and also to the E75 that he fired at the end. And 2 kills went to the Scorpion, the Martian on his own team. Nobody from the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill other than the E75 and the AMX M451. When it came to base XP, yep, Brutus Click got that one. He was so often hitting the enemy tanks. 1,395 base experience points. That's a good game with the FV207. You are pushing the enemy with that 6-inch howitzer to do that sort of damage and to get that sort of XP. Very well played, hitting tier 9 opponents. The second highest base XP was Panhard EBR 75 FL10, who was running around enemy lines. He survived the game, surprisingly, and he got 993, and the third highest was the E50, who got 965. So Brutus Click, the only player to get over 1,000 base in that game. 21 shots fired, 11 direct hits on the enemy, and 1 penetration. He got 23 splashes on the enemy as well in that game. Yes, he was hitting more than 1 tank at the same time. Damage of 2,966 at more than 300 meters. He did 2,909. The difference being that shot on the T-34-3 right at the end of the game. Good, well, not at the end of the game, but towards the end of the game. It was a good job he did keep his cool, though, because it would have been so easy to miss that shot on the T-34-3 as he was coming towards him. But he smacked him in the face with a 6-inch round and put him out of the game before he could do any more damage. Even so, he did take most of Brutus Click's hit points. Yep, 1 hit received, 1 penetration, all his hit points gone by a tiny amount. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and 77 hit points of damage assistance, and 2,816 hit points of stun assist off 21 stuns, and that accounted for the ace tanker combined with his 3,000 hit points of damage. So very well done indeed. He also caused 21 stuns. Just goes to show that he was spreading it around, keeping the enemy stunned and allowing his teammates to get some damage. 40,877 credits from the game, 18,395 from battle payments, 79,711 altogether, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, took away a profit of 25,335 credits, 1,395 XP, and took away 2,093 experience points altogether. That was a great round in the FV207. Let's have a quick look at the armor profiles. That's better. I was looking in the wrong direction there. Okay, this is the armor profile for the FV207. It's a heavy tank in reverse, so it's basically got heavy tank armor. It's only 38.1 millimeters at the front, but that's mainly because you're looking at the rear of the heavy tank, and heavy tanks in the rear, like a Conqueror, don't have much armor. 17 millimeters on the engine deck. You can see it's actually slightly heavier around the casement, the citadel, as some people call it. 50.8 millimeters at the front of this vehicle. So it actually protects the crew from small arms fire. They never actually built this Arty. It was proposed, but never actually got built. So there was no prototypes or anything. Anyway, if we look at the live version, yes, we can see it's actually quite strong. It is designed on the heavy tank. Let's have a quick look at the modules. Okay, we can see engine up front, fuel tanks just behind the engine. We've got the driver in the actual compartment as well, a bit like in the M53, M55. There's two gunners on the right-hand side of the gun. The tank commander's on the left-hand side with the viewport, and the loaders, there's a pair of them, are behind the howitzer, and the ammo racks at the back. So if you want to ammo rack one of these, you aim for the rear of the vehicle, and that should work either side. So I hope you enjoyed that game. It was a really good game by Brutus Click, and a nice score at the end. Pity he couldn't get more damage than the E75, but that guy was being very, very dangerous and very difficult to kill. And yeah, I think RNG let you down at the end. You should have had that last kill. It would have been nice as well, considering if the second place person had actually got the first place person's kill hit points right at the end of the game. I don't think you would have got the high caliber out of it, but it would have been nice all the same. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.